Kinumpirma ni U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry kay Pangulong Aquino ang patuloy at matatag na suporta ng Estados Unidos sa Pilipinas sa larangan ng ekonomiya, seguridad, balitaan ng kaalaman, teknolohiya at pagtulong sa panahon ng mga kalamidad. Para sa detalye, balitaan mo kami, Rocky Ignacio.
Pinagtibay ng Pilipinas at Amerika ang pinakamahalagang bahagi ng kooperasyon sa larangan ng maritime security, economic, people-to-people ties, humanitarian assistance at agarang tulong sa panahon ng kalamidad sa kunat iba pang pangangailangan. Ipinahayag ito ni Pangulo Aquino sa pagdating ni U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry para sa 2 araw na pagbisita sa Pilipinas. Ayon sa Pangulo, bilang kinatawan ni U.S. President Barack Obama, pagpapakita ito ng commitment ng Amerika na maging mabuting katuwang ng Pilipinas sa harap ng pinakabagong hamon sa larangan ng seguridad at ekonomiya. Sa pulong ng dalawa, kinilala unang pagbisita sa bansa ni Kerry para mag-observe sa ipinatawag na snap election ni dating Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos noong 1986.
We can never forget the days of the snap elections in 1986, when, as a member of the observer delegation sent by the United States to monitor the elections, he spoke out against the massive and blatant cheating being done by the dictator's forces and supporters. I am told that Secretary Kerry then was actually the one who urged President Reagan to tell Mr. Marcos that it was time to go. In the quarter century since, whether he was gaining seniority in the U.S. Congress, championing the cause of veterans, including Filipinos who fought shoulder to shoulder with American soldiers during the Second World War, or today as Secretary of State, strongly supporting the rule of law in moving towards the peaceful resolution of tensions in this region, Filipinos have been proud to call him a true friend of our country and of our democracy. Today, as we gather to recognize the ties of the past, we are also here to reaffirm our commitment to building a better future together. Our relationship is founded on an intertwined history whose future rests on our mutual regard for one another and our shared vision to advance peace, stability, and positive development in the international community. A tangible representation of this friendship was the significant assistance extended to us by the United States in the wake of Typhoon Haiyan. Whether it was by augmenting our humanitarian response efforts or by generously providing relief goods and much-needed aid, your concern for Filipinos was clear. In fact, the presence of the United States in relief efforts reminds us of a time in our history when Filipinos and Americans stood in solidarity for an important cause, particularly in Central Visayas, which has areas rich in historical associations for Filipinos and Americans. Then as today, we consider the United States as a true friend and partner, one who has exhibited a committed desire to help uplift our people. For this, we are truly grateful. Just as we appreciate the readiness at which the U.S. came to our aid, we also appreciate the fact that Secretary Kerry is here with the full authority of the President of the United States to discuss matters that will contribute to further strengthening the strategic partnership our nations share. Our conversation today was therefore not only pleasant, but also extremely productive, and it leaves me optimistic that moving forward, the historic friendship between our countries will go deeper and more meaningful.
Formal naman ipinabot ni Kerry sa Pangulo ang posisyon ng Amerika na resolbahin sa mapayapang paraan ang usapin sa West Philippine Sea alinsunod sa international law at matibay na ASEAN Code of Conduct in the South China Sea. Dumalaw ang mataas opisyal ng Amerika sa gitna ng Air Defense Identification Zone sa East China Sea. Nauna nang inanunsyo ni Kerry ang intensyon ng Amerika na palakasin ang maritime security assistance sa ASEAN member economies para pangalagaan ang tinatawag na freedom of navigation at freedom of aviation and flight. Bahagi pa rin ng pagdating ni Kerry sa Pilipinas ay bisitahin ang Tacloban City kaugnay ng pinsala ni Super Typhoon Yolanda. Hinangaan nito ang katapangan ng mga biktima na bumangon mula sa trahedya.
I'm pleased to come here today on behalf of President Obama and the American people to rekindle the ties between us, to reaffirm America's commitment to help in this effort to rebuild, and to continue to stand with the Philippines as we share values and aspirations and a lot of history so that we deal with the problems of the South China Sea, the challenge of meeting the aspirations of our people, the challenges of security, of growing our economies, of building a new trade relationship, and indeed living up to the hopes of the people who give us these responsibilities.
Itinuring naman ng Malacanang na napapanahon ang pagdating ni Kerry sa Pilipinas. Sarap ito ng pagpapatibay ng ASEAN at Japan leaders ng kahalagahan ng freedom of navigation sa karagatan at freedom of flight sa katatapos na 40th ASEAN-Japan Commemorative Summit sa Tokyo. Sa naturang summit, nanawagan si Pangulo Aquino na tiyakin ang katatagan ng peace and security sa rehiyon. Samantala, ipinagkaloob ng Pangulo kay Kerry at delegasyon ang hapunan sa Malacanang. Dito inihain ang traditional na pagkain Pilipino katulad ng tinolang manok, lapu-lapu, scallops, ilonggo, chorizo, mangga at strawberry. Para sa Telebisyon ng Bayan, Rocky Ignacio.